Hey guys, I wanted to apologize for the audio quality of this episode. I taped it without realizing that my mic was off, so the sound quality of my voice is not super great. It actually sounds a little bit better with like a headphones or something, so yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Hey guys, I'm PhilInTheBlanks, and it's Kirby time! It's Kirby time! Everybody's really happy when it's Kirby time! Okay, yeah, I'm in a good mood today, because I'm playing Kirby's Dream Land. Such a good game for the Game Boy, the first Kirby game ever made. I'm actually trying out my Retron 5. I've been telling you guys over and over again a million times I've got a Retron 5 now, and now I can play a bunch of different games, and I was like, I might as well do something really short and just kind of short and sweet to test it out. And on my Patreon page I put up a little poll, and the poll was a complete tie over 3 games that I suggested, but Kirby's Dream Land was one of them, so I figured I'll do that one first, and the other 2 I'll do in the next little while. This was just super short and sweet. Like, you can beat this game in 20 minutes, so I figured, why the hell not? Let's just do that. Excuse me. Ugh. So, all this talking, I thought there would be a story or something. I guess it must be just in the manual or in Kirby Superstar, because there is a story where, like, Dedede steals a bunch of stuff, but I guess it's not going to happen, so... Greens, even though the color is blue and kind of like a purple kind of thing. Whatever. So I'm still learning how to use the Retron 5 a little bit with Game Boy games. So this is like, I guess, as if it's playing in a Game Boy Advance, I guess? I mean, it's a Game Boy Advance slot, so that makes sense. I guess I could have used the Super Game Boy. Yeah, that would have been more sense. Oh well, whatever. Not a big deal. I like the Super Game Boy, playing Game Boy games, because you have control over the colors a little bit more than you do on a Game Boy Advance. And a Game Boy Player. Yeah, I guess it's actually a Game Boy Player, then. Yeah, anyways. So, this is Kirby's Dream Land. For those of you who haven't played the original Kirby's Dream Land, it's a little different than the average Kirby game, even though it looks almost identical to, like, what you'd expect. The main big thing is that Kirby can't gain powers. He doesn't gain powers at all. His only offensive ability is to suck up things, toss them back out. Take that, Poppy Brothers Jr. Or Senior. That was Senior, right? Yeah. The smaller ones are Junior. So really, this is your only weapon, is just to suck up and spit out. And that's it. The controls are a little slippery, I'm finding right now. Like, they're not nearly as, like, nice as the average Kirby game. You can't run, I think Kirby's Superstar. Is it Kirby Superstar or Kirby's Adventure that you could run for the first time, which is, like, double tapping forward. But yeah, I mean, that being said, even if you've never played this, everything is probably very familiar. This is the first level, Greens, and it's the first level in a lot of Kirby games, and it has that awesome Kirby music. All the enemies look identical to, like, what you're used to them being. The Kirby series, weirdly enough, while it has changed in a lot of ways it hasn't. If you just look at a Kirby game, it doesn't look like they're any different, but if you play them all, you see the differences in each one. Nothing down there. Guess I'll just keep going. And here's the boss for the first zone, first act, first whatever, and it of course is Wispy Woods. And we're gonna do the thing I always do whenever I fight Wispy Woods in any game. I stay on his head. I always find that funny. There's Wispy Woods. Hello. You look very blue and white today. Yeah, I'll probably, next time I play a Game Boy game, damn it, I'll play this on a Super Game Boy so I can control the colors a little bit. Oh well, not a big deal. So yeah, this is Wispy Woods. He just pretty much just gives you apples to shoot at him. And that's the way bosses kind of work in Kirby games, because if you don't have a power, you need a way to be able to attack them. So they give you an attack, they provide it for you, and that's kind of how the game works. And this is all based from Kirby's Dream Land, where the original ideas kind of came from. Castle Lololo! So this is made by HAL Laboratories, which I'm like 98% sure is owned by Nintendo, but HAL has technically made games for other systems before, so I'm not sure. And they made, of course, Kirby, and they made the Adventures of Lolo games, which are awesome. And this actually has, the Kirby games have a boss character named Lololo and his girlfriend La La La, who are basically Lolo and La La from Adventures of Lolo. So it's kind of weird that they just don't call them Lolo and La La, instead they just make up this weird name. Whatever. This is a big room. Let's go in the store first. Oh, no, this is the way to go back. Oh, I mean, forward. Why can't I go in the... Okay. I can't go back, even though the door's right there. Ah, crap. Okay, well, this is the way forward. Damn it, I skipped that entire room and didn't look around. Oh, well, whatever. Not a big deal. Warp stars, whee! When I was a kid, warp stars were, like, my favorite part of Kirby. Other than, you know, the awesome powers and stuff. Hello, Lolo. He used to attack him. He even, like carries or pushes around the weird blocks that he does in the Lolo games. I don't know why they just didn't call him Lolo. He looked identical to him, too. He's blue. I mean, he would be if this was, you know, not a Game Boy game. Anyways, yeah, when I was a kid, warp stars were, like, part of my favorite things in Kirby. I just loved grabbing one and seeing where it would take me, because they had a lot of personality in the Kirby games. Damn. Because, you know, it would transport you around, but it wasn't just like, oh, here we go, you transport it. It would, like, fly around, and sometimes was knock into stuff. And it was just, had a lot of character. And here's, I don't know what this is. It's like spicy curry or something, I don't know. But it gives Kirby some firepower for a little while. This is actually, I guess, technically the first power that Kirby has ever had. Is basically fire. So that's kind of interesting. There's also another one later on you get. You'll see it a little bit later. As you can probably tell, by the way, because we're like, what, 6 minutes in this game, and we're like almost on the second level of 5 levels. This game is not long. Oh, I probably should have said this is a PhilInTheBlanks Quickie, by the way, which is kind of not a new idea, because I mean it's just really just playing games. But it's when I can play and beat a game that can be beaten in like an hour or less. I'm going to put them all in one episode, just call it a PhilInTheBlanks Quickie, instead of making episodes. I mean, this is Kirby, right? Like, even if I was doing the regular way, a 20-minute episode would still be enough to beat this game, so that's just how short this is. But yeah, this is the first PhilInTheBlanks Quickie. In case you were wondering... Oh yeah, that's La La La, by the way, the one with the bow, because, you know, that's how you can tell she's a girl. Ow, damn you, Lolo. Low. That was low. Even for you, Lolo. I'm so funny. In case you were wondering, the other 2 games I had on the poll was The Adventures of Lolo, ironically enough, which is a great game. Such a good one. And the other one was Joe and Mac for the Super Nintendo, which is also one of my favorites. I actually don't technically know if Joe and Mac is like one of those games I can just beat in an hour. Lolo is, and I've done multiple times. I mean, it's a puzzle game, so once you've figured everything out, you can kind of get through it relatively easy. Here's Float Island. I love the little animations. That's something that I like that they still have in a lot of Kirby games, is they have the little animation for like the world that you're in. Actually, I'm trying to think. Do they have that in like the newer ones, like Triple Deluxe and Planet Robobot? I'm actually not sure. But yeah, those were things that made Kirby stick out in my mind, that there was personality and charm. Because, like, I mean, games had that, of course, like, but it's little extra pieces of charm that would seem superfluous in a lot of other games. Like, in the old-school Mario games, if Mario sits still and does nothing for a while, then nothing's gonna happen. But, like, Sonic, he would, like, tap his feet and look at you, and that gave that game personality. And Kirby has a lot of personality because of things like the way the warp stars work, and those little intermission skits that take place. Which should I go? Oh, that way. That take place in between worlds, and that's just one of the things that make Kirby stand out for me a lot. I love Kirby, and when I was growing up, in middle school and in high school, yes, I played these games in high school for a little while. My best buddies, Derek and Alex, we played Kirby all the time, man. It was like one of our favorite series. We'd like discuss powers that Kirby could have. We'd play Kirby games, and man, we made a friggin' comic series that like started out as Kirby and then like completely changed into its own thing. But that was like Kirby is huge in my life. Like it changed a lot of things that happened to me in like early, you know, when I was young, middle school, high school, even before middle school. Yeah, in elementary school, me and JP used to play Kirby games. He had Kirby's Adventure, and I was like super jealous because that game is so good. And then when Kirby Superstar came out, like holy crap, like I just fell in love again. And all the powers were incredible because Kirby's one of those characters who's like super cute and cuddly, but he's also like surprisingly badass. And that was just really that really drew me in. I was really interested in that idea that like, oh man, this is like cute and like kid friendly, but like Kirby can still like brandish a sword and like be a samurai, or like there's a part in Kirby's Adventure where near the end of the game where you kind of get thrown up into the sky to meet one of the bad guys, and you guys do one of they do one of those like anime slashes, like where you kind of like go past each other and like go swing, and it's like in the moonlight, and I'm like, holy crap, that was weirdly badass for a Kirby game. And that's one of the reasons why I really like Kirby. That was always cute, like the whale. Like that's another way that there's personality. Like the star doesn't just bring you up here; it brings you into a whale, and then the whale kind of spurts you up. So this is the second power. You have like, I don't know, super breath. I have no idea, but it's like a minty leaf to give you the powers. And this is Kablooey. He's never really come back all that much. I think he's come back in 1 or 2 Kirby games, but you don't see him very often. And it's kind of funny thinking like. A lot of the Kirby games have, like, spaceship shoot-em-up sections, and hey, Kirby's Dream Land, the first Kirby game, that had it. So, wow, 4th level already, Stage 4 Bubbly Clouds. This is, like, not enough time to talk about all the things that make Kirby awesome, by the way. I could just keep talking forever. I love Bubbly Clouds. The music is super good. Ah, damn you. I hate Bubbly Clouds. Friggin', I was joking. Careful here. Yeah, so... I had, like, a train of thought there. Jeez, I do that a lot, where I just, like, I talk, and then I finally pay attention to what I'm doing on the screen, and then I'm like, what? That was stupid. I was like, gonna jump, and then, like, you have to press up to fly in this game, and I'm used to the other games where you can press jump in the air, and that'll count. Frig, well, that's my first death. Hopefully my only death, because this is not a hard game. So, that was kind of funny. Careful. Careful. So yeah, Kirby, the newest Kirby game, Kirby Star Allies, is set to come out in, I think, March, for the Switch. It looks really good. And while I do think it looks good, and I'll still definitely play it, I'm a little worried the Kirby games are getting a bit stagnant. When you truly get down to them, they haven't changed from a 2D platformer with superpowers since Kirby's Adventure, really. And all the games ever since Kirby's Return to Dreamland have pretty much just been Kirby Superstar, in terms of the way it plays and the way it functions. I mean, obviously it's one game and not like 8 mini-games, but you know what I mean. And that's not truly a bad thing. I mean, I love Kirby Superstar, they're great. But there's something about the older Kirby games that, like... So this is Kirby Dreamland. They had Kirby's Adventure, which was like a sequel to this. But then they had like Kirby's Pinball Land, and Kirby's Block Ball, and Kirby Dream Course... And basically, what I'm getting at is that Kirby games had, like, almost like a pattern where there was a main Kirby game, and then there was, like, a spin-off that was weird and different and tried something new. And that doesn't happen as much anymore. It does happen. I don't want to say it doesn't happen anymore, because, I mean, Rainbow Curse for the Wii U was, like, a sequel to Canvas Curse, which was for the DS, which was very different. And it had beautiful, beautiful artwork. So... I don't know, maybe I'm complaining about nothing. And to be honest, the last Kirby game that came out was just like a couple weeks ago, and that's like a bunch of mini-games set to a narrative, so I guess they're still doing it, but I don't know. I think one of the things that the main Kirby games need, though, is to spice it up. I've been waiting for a 3D Kirby game forever, and the closest thing we've got is, I don't know what it's called, but there was a mini-game for, I believe, Planet Robobot, either that or Triple Deluxe, where it was like a 3D Kirby game. It was a mini game, of course, but it was 3D. And there was that section in Kirby's Air Ride that kind of had 3D sections in it, but like, it wasn't a real Kirby game. Like, but you know what I mean? I think that's what is needed. And I get that they want to keep Kirby to be as simple as possible. I don't know. I just think that there needs to be a shakeup in the next Kirby game or two. There's also a trillion friggin' powers now, so like it must be hard to make new ones now, because even the new ones, like, it's like, Doctor! And you're like, what? Doctor power? What the hell is that supposed to mean? And then it's just like a projectile attack, and it doesn't really... Oh, nothing down here. It doesn't really do anything different than any other, like, power does. Geez, a lot of powers in this level, holy crap. But you know what I mean, like, wing power in Kirby Superstar was different. It was used for mobility and that kind of thing. And then you just get, like, oh, it's leaf power. Alright, what does leaf power do? Oh, it does basically what every other power does. And you hold down, it does this type of thing, like a lot of other powers. You hold up, it does this, like a lot of other powers. Hey, Sir Kibble. It's kind of funny, actually. A lot of the enemies that give you powers are in this game, but they don't give you powers. Also, oldest trick in any Kirby game, go through the moon. If you see a moon, it's probably a doorway. That's in almost every Kirby game. That's just a lot of falling here. Thank you. Should be a 1-up or something, too. No, oh, there it is. Yay. Come here. Yay. Oh, I'll just let it catch up with me. There we go. Hello, Kracko. This is Kracko. Kracko's hasn't been a lot of Kirby games lately, has he? He was like, that was stupid. he's like one of the mainstay like Kirby bosses, and I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him. Mind you, I don't remember. I find a lot of times that the newer Kirby games kind of they kind of melt together a lot, so I don't know. But yeah, I miss Kracko. Out of all the Kirby bosses, my favorite is Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, and you rarely see them. They're only in like 4 games, I think. They're in Kirby's Adventure. I think they're in Kirby's Dream Land 2. They might be in Kirby's Dream Land 3. They're in a couple of the spin-off games. I think they're in Kirby's Block Ball, and I know they're in well, you don't fight them, but they're in Kirby's Dream Course. I don't know if they... Oh yeah, they're just kind of like there. They're technically in Kirby Superstar, but you don't do anything with them. It's frustrating. Anyways, yeah, Mr. Shine and Mr. Bright, they're basically a sun and moon that fight with each other. Like, it's a 2-stage boss battle. I love it. They switch between the two. I think they're just awesome. I really wouldn't mind seeing them back. So there we go. That was almost all levels. This is Mount Dedede. Fun fact. Stupid fun fact. Me and a buddy Derek, when we were kids, had a radio show. And by that, I mean we had a ghetto blaster that we just, like, taped onto audio cassette. And the opening song to our show was this song, because we're stupid. Also, lazy way to have an already short game. You have to go through like miniature versions of the levels you just went through, and then fight the bosses you just fought. Considering this game is already incredibly short, this might be the most amount of padding for a short game I've ever seen in my life. So now we fight Lolo La La La, and they're not any different either, by the way. Like, they're just, you fight them again. And it's padding. It's clearly padding. There's nothing else to it. But whatever. I mean, it's not really a big deal. When you want to get down to it, I know a lot of the Kirby games have like arenas where you can refight all the bosses. So like this is like the beginning of the idea of the arena fights, I guess. But whatever. Ah, damn you, La La La. Come here. There we go. Boink. Also, fun music. Fun fact, that music. Do. Well, let's do it next time, man. I keep going that moon. Is from a few Kirby games. Whenever you're in a couple of the Coliseums, I think Kirby Superstar had it. And I like that. It's kind of a cute idea to bring that music back. Here's Kracko, that boss I fought 3.5 minutes ago, if that. So, let's hope he gives me a good pattern, and I can just get a lot of Waddle Doos to attack him. 1. Yay. Oh, nice. Good stuff. Come here. Oh, shit, yeah! Is this like the God pattern? Is this a speedrunner's like... Oh my god, this is a speedrunner paradise! It's a shame I'm not speedrunning this game, and I'm no good at speedrunning. Holy shit! Come on, one more, give me one more. Aww. Yay, that's still really good, holy crap. That's one of the fastest patterns I think you can get on Kracko, holy shit. So here's the music, let's let it go. Yeah, so it just loops like that. Greens again. Yay. So, I don't really mind the idea of the little short levels. I mind the bosses. It's a little silly. But I actually kind of like this little, like, oh, cool, like a very, very short, like, level again. I remember seeing Kirby's Dream Land for the first time. I believe it was the 1992 issue of Nintendo Power, and the cover was Mario Paint. I have a weird memory for very stupid things like that, by the way. And, it had Kirby's Dream Land, and I thought it was just really cute and adorable. And back then, Nintendo Power, when it was a thing, now it's not, in its later years was just like a regular gaming magazine, interviews and previews and reviews and stuff. Now it's, back then it was actually strategy guides, basically miniature strategy guides for upcoming games. And they had, usually it'd be like, here's a couple levels from this game, or here's some basic tips, or here's some maps. But Kirby's Dream Land, they did the entire thing, because the game was so short. I think it took like 3 pages, and they were able to do the entire thing. Alright, here's Kirby again. I actually like this boss battle, so I really don't mind doing it again. Pop, 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 pop. Ah, damn it. Got shot right in the face. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Ow. I guess it doesn't really matter. 3 hits is more than enough to take care of King Dedede. Alright, King Dedede, gonna fight you in your wrestling ring. He's all like, I'm gonna get them there, Kirby! I can't do that, I can't do the voice. He has like a weird southern accent in the cartoon. I don't know, I never got into the cartoon, which is weird because I love Kirby. But I remember when they announced, this is going to be a Kirby cartoon. It's going to be on Saturday mornings on Fox Box. And I was like, oh, cool. Then I watched one episode and I was like, oh, that wasn't that great. It was like I was fairly old when this thing like started, but like I stayed and watched cartoons a lot more, a lot longer than most kids my age because I like cartoons and I like animation. But I was really kind of starting to get out of it, the Saturday morning cartoon type stuff, when that Kirby show started. I must have been like, I don't know, 14, 15, something like that. Shit, this is bad. I might not actually make this. And it wasn't that great. I mean, it definitely wasn't bad, but it used like, I mean, it was a kids anime, so like the animation wasn't wasn't great. Kirby himself was CG, which was really weird, which I guess makes sense because he's, crap. Shit. Well, two deaths, not too bad. Because he's round, he's a circle, so instead of drawing a circle all the time, just make him CG. But yeah, I don't know, it was just another kids anime where it was just like, nothing would actually happen. It was like, this episode, this happened, and then there was a monster, and then Kirby used a power and killed it. So there's no progression or anything. Actually, the funny thing is, I say that, but I heard that later on there was progression in what happened. Like, Kirby was like part of like the Star Warriors or friggin' something, and like Meta Knight was one of them, and he was like looking over him. And Meta Knight has stupid like, I don't know, vampire voice or like, I don't know. Wait, do you have like a Spanish voice? He was like, "Hello, Kirby. I am Meta Knight. Ooh, sexy." I don't know. I couldn't get into it, and it shows because I don't really remember anything about it. But yeah, King Dedede had like a weird Southern accent. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. But Dedede is almost dead. It's weird because Dedede was the bad guy for a little while, even though like in the second game he was like a misconstrued bad guy. And he's kind of just a good guy now. You don't really fight him anymore, which is kind of a shame because he's playable in almost every game. Pop. Oh. I love how the castle goes from angry to sad when that happens. Yay! That was Kirby's Dream Land. That took me a little bit over 20 minutes. I believe a sub 20 is possible. Of course it is. And then Kirby eats too much and becomes fat. And inflates too big. I'm pretty sure there's fan fiction about that. You gross, sick bastards out there. And there goes the food. So the story was that Dedede stole all of Dreamland's food. That's literally it. That's just the plot, because he's a greedy penguin king or something. Also, Masa Sakurai, also known as Masahiro Sakurai, the creator of Kirby, and also the creator of Smash Brothers. Thank you, Masahiro Sakurai. Also, Sunday Rain. Sunday Rain. Mama Prico? I thought it said Mama Prego. I was like, whoa. Anyways, Sakurai is the guy who made Kirby and stuff, and while I'll always be indebted to him for making Kirby and Smash Brothers, I'm kind of glad he moved on, because I don't think he'd want to do Kirby and Smash forever, you know what I mean? So, and to be honest, I'm waiting for Nintendo to try to do something brand spanking new without the guy, because everything they've made since he's left has pretty much just been more Kirby games, like regular Kirby games. Anyways, that was, so many players. So many players. Kirby's Dream Land presented by me. Oh, Hal Laboratory. And yes, Hal is named after Hal, the computer. Thank you for playing. No problem. Thanks for making this game, guys. And thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. I want to do more things than like voting for what you guys want to see. And if you want to be a part of that, you can help support me on Patreon. There's a link at the end of the video. There's also links to other playlists and stuff like that. But if you really want to support me, feel free to donate $1 or $2. And I really appreciate anything that I get from anyone. Because, I mean, I'm a guy who plays video games, and what I do is not super important. So, thank you for anything you can do. And here's the difficult mode. I'm not going to play that. Anyways, guys, I'm PhilInTheBlanks. Thanks so much for joining me. Take care, guys. Dedede, calm the hell down. See you guys later. What a baby.
Another Let's Play, all done. I hope you guys liked it. And I want to thank my patrons on Patreon who took a little time and money out of their wallets to help support me in my videos. While I don't make these videos to make money, it really is generous of you to help out. Thank you guys so very much for all your support. And if you're interested in supporting my Let's Play videos, you can visit my Patreon page with this link right here. Take care, guys, until the next Let's Play.